Hey guys, I hope you're all having a great start to the week. Super excited to share with you all our latest update. As I've already told you guys, we release super fast. Almost every 2 weeks, we're putting out new features. So make sure you stay tuned. And if you like seeing all the updates, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube as we're going to be posting all of them on here. So without further ado, I got a bunch of cool features I'm going to walk through: the new stock lists, notifications controls, and some updates to the dividend and sector widgets. So let's jump right into it. This is probably my favorite part of the newest update is the stock lists. So you already have the most held lists, most bought, most sold. We've added a bunch of those based on the different activity in the community. But now we have lists for each sector. So you can see which are the most popular by financials. And let's just jump right in. Financials, TD number one, Bank of Nova Scotia number two, Manulife. And you can look through and kind of get different ideas in the different sectors like healthcare, well health technology, Johnson and Johnson, Pfizer. We can see, Weed, Canopy up there, which I think is a small cap, but really just gives you a sense of like what is the different holding in Blossom and helps you maybe discover, new investment opportunities. Another thing I'll add is from our last update, we heavily beefed up this stock page. And now the popular post, previously it was the last 7 days. Now it's the last 30 days. And this gives the post a lot more longevity. So if you make a great post about TD, before it was getting buried in the feed, now it sort of is going to live on the TD page. And hopefully you'll be able to get a lot more views, a lot more engagement on those posts for a longer period of time. The next one, which I know a lot of you have been messaging about, is our community has grown. We're now, I think, almost 23,000. Super exciting. But what that means is there's a lot more posts, a lot more content, and notifications can start to get annoying. So we've actually redesigned the notification page. You can tell already right off the bat, it looks way nicer, it looks way cleaner. And we've broken it into all notifications and mentions. So you can see all of the folks who've mentioned you in a post. And then also you can see the little settings button up here. You can turn on and off notifications for different settings. You'll notice the one around post about a stock you hold is missing. We've just shut that one off completely, but we will be adding that back in, and that'll be another one that you can toggle on and off. But let's say you're like, hey, I don't want to get notifications about new followers. This is sort of the first step to allow greater customization of those notifications. So those are the two biggest parts of this sprint, but a couple other really cool, exciting additions is in the sector widget. So for those of you who are on Pro, I see Brandon peeking his head in here. He's with me here in the office. Little cameo. The sectors widget, if you click into the view more, if you're on Pro, and for those of you who haven't tried out Pro, definitely at least try out the free trial and let us know how you think. I think it's pretty sweet. I'm a little biased though. But you can see now, how you're comparing with the overall sector. So I have an overweight in technology compared to the rest of Blossom, but I can see, okay, what is Blossom? Actually, communication is a good example. I was like, wow, why do I have 20% in communication? If I click into that, I can see, Google is actually tagged as communication. And this is based on the sector reports. And you can see here, if you click on this question mark here, it explains to you the sector. Basically, these are the common sectors by, I think, Morningstar, or I can't remember exactly, but the very common sort of sector breakdown. So we've just used that classic breakdown for these different sectors. So for instance, Tesla is actually considered, I believe, a consumer cyclical, not technology, under the typical sector analysis if you look up what sector it is. So just note that. Another really cool one, which some of you folks have been requesting, is in the monthly dividend widget. If you go into view more, now it doesn't only just show you your total dividends for the month, but you can actually see when you received a dividend. And let's look at June. I can see I have a small dividend from Microsoft upcoming. So that's pretty cool. I know a lot of you have asked about earnings and dividend calendars, and those are something we'll be working on more in the coming months. So those are the updates for this sprint, which is what we call basically every 2 weeks we put out an update. Coming up next, and what we're focusing on, is the ability to share posts. So we're actually going to be replacing this gift button with a share button. So you can share it via message, you can share it off app. start to basically share your content around with your friends, and also share the good word about Blossom, and hopefully get some more folks in our growing community. And then also dark mode is another thing we're planning to pick up in June. Bookmarking, a bunch of those other. Gonzalo had an amazing thread, and for those of you who didn't have a chance to see that, just go and search Gonzalo, who's our product lead, and look at his post here. Feature suggestions. Thank you all for submitting tons of amazing suggestions in there. And feel free to add to this thread, send us messages on Intercom, comment on this video about what else you want to see in the next updates. Anyway, I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I hope you enjoy this update as much as I do. I will sign off there, and cheers.